Let's make a slideshow for our DVD. To create a slideshow, firstly we go to the File drop-down menu, select New Slideshow. That will create a blank slideshow that you can find within our project panel here. If we double click on it, it will open it within the slideshow tab at the bottom of our screen, and the monitor will display the contents of that slideshow. As it currently stands, our slideshow is empty. Now, to add assets such as still images and audio to our slideshow, we simply select the still images we want to take and drag them into the slideshow. We can add as many or as few slides as we want. Placed all of our slides in the correct order on our slideshow. To play back the slideshow to preview it, if we go up to the monitor, we can find these transport controls and we can press play and we can preview our slideshow. Now, as a standard, slides will have a set duration. In this case, it is 6 seconds. After 6 seconds, the slide will change from one to the next. To change that duration, we simply click within the time box and we can type in a new duration. The duration clock works in timecode exactly the same as video does in Premiere. We also have other options within our slideshow to improve the look and make our slideshows more dynamic. Now, if we look down here in the slideshow options, we have a few different things we can turn off and on. The first thing I'm going to turn on is random pan and zoom. And what this will do when I press play is our slide will zoom in or zoom out of a randomly determined point in the image. This is a good way of adding a little bit of movement to our still images within our slideshow. Another thing we can do is we can add transitions. The transitions work in the exact same way as they do within Premiere, we just have to select them instead. So I'm going to choose Cross Dissolve. I'm going to increase the time again slightly. So now when I press play, our slide will zoom in and then it will fade out to the next image. Now we can also add audio to our slideshows. To do that, we find our audio file within our project panel and drag it down to the audio entry in slideshow options, then let go. Once you've done that, the audio will play throughout our slideshow. Now we also have an option for manual advance. Now if we have manual advance selected, the slide won't move from one to the other until the user presses the next or track skip button on their DVD remote. Now this isn't always apparent when you make a slideshow, so if you have this selected as an option, please ensure that you put clear instructions either in the menu leading into the slideshow or create a slide to go at the beginning of your slideshow instructing the viewer how to move from one slide to the next. If you do not do this, your slideshow might not be obvious and can be confusing to the viewer who may just assume incorrectly that the slideshow and the DVD are broken. To link to our slideshow, we do so in the exact same way that we did when we were linking to the video. We create a text box, position it on the screen, convert it to a button, and then using the pick whip, I'm going to link to our slideshow. We can now see that on our flowchart, we have a slideshow as well as the video. And on our slideshow, I'm going to set the end action to the menu. So now when I preview my disc, I can move between the two buttons and one will highlight to let me know which I have selected. in this case the slideshow,